is where we were last week. Let's see if I have the medium model loaded, see if that works at all. No, it doesn't. So let's keep small. And now so we got the tokenizers, so I think we can move on from that part of the chapter. Torch text utils for generating. Okay. Oh, this is where we got the translation data sets. I wonder if they have any good Ukrainian data sets. I know that Spacey doesn't have good tokenizers for it yet, so that would be an additional challenge. I wonder if the other one has this torch text. No, I don't think I did this elsewhere. Put all the imports separately. Oh, right. And those, I don't think our loads of those data sets worked last week. Yeah, this stuff is not going to work. I did do some research though, and I found some more stuff. I'm going to do, I wonder if I found it when I was working in torchtext.data bucket iterator. Nope, that's exactly where it was before. The multi-30K came in all right. I wonder if field will come in all right. Let's try field only. Nope, cannot import name field. Okay, this is where I started to do some research, and I thought I found the answer to it, but we got to find out where the latest place for these things are. Multi-30K. This is a data set. Multi-30K. Torch text. Data sets. Multi-30K. Multi-30K. There we go. Does it give us an example of how to use it? It's going to be in a .data directory, language pair. It's going to default to German and English. You might want to look up that. And is there any example code on how to use it? No. Oh, sorry. This is the other one. This doesn't say anything about how to use multi-30K. Darn it. Let's see if there's any buckets mentioned here. Nope. Let's see how some of the other ones work. When you train iter, we can get if we just instantiate that thing, we get 3 different iterables out of it, probably. And it looks like, and each one of those will have a pair of sentences if everything is like the other ones. So let's see if we got what we've got there. Ooh. Oh. That's right. It's over in the Jupyter Notebook. Let's go to the Jupyter Notebook. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. Let's instantiate a multi-30K. So train set, test, val set, test set equals multi-30K. How did they grab one? They just grabbed one of them. Oh, they just said next because it's already an iterable. Nice. So all we have to do is say next on it. So this will be, I think this is going from German to English equals decent and German. Let's make them underscored so we can Deutsch, so we don't get confused. Next. Let's see if that works. Woohoo! So now I don't have to spell some horrible German, and we'll have, so we've got some German paired with English. wonder if there's any multi-30K. I wonder if they're, actually, I don't even know. I guess it is German, but I wonder if there's any metadata in that multi-30K. Let's see what that's, let's see, train set. See what attributes there are. Current position, full-time lines, pause. No, let's see what it says type. Nope. I was hoping it would give us some information about what's in that data set. Multimodal machine translation, additional resource. Is it just, it's probably just German. I was hoping maybe it had some other languages like perhaps. Okay, where was I going with this? Let's exit out of here. We don't need this anymore, so don't get confused. And go back to the Jupyter Notebook. What are we going to do with this? Let's go back to the actual chapter. Let's go ahead and, we don't have any, this will just definitely be CPU, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. I didn't copy that correctly. Should probably memorize this line anyway. Okay, come on. Where did I get it from? I got it from the text. Device equals copy. Now we got it. Let's see what the device is. Sure enough, CPU, because I don't have my GPU set up on my laptop. Next. But if you get this working, I've just connected today to a really super fast GPU that we can use. Let's get back to text, train data. We already, splits. Ooh. Looks like we could have told it the language. And we could have told it source and target. We don't, this is interesting. Guess we probably, anyway, we're not going to worry about it. I don't understand why we're passing it. So we must have created source and target earlier. We create these field things. Oh no. So this is where we ran into trouble before. Okay, let's find out how other people do. Transformer from scratch in PyTorch. Because I think this is the old way of doing it, and we want to do it the new way. How do we create source language? Okay. Great, they're doing German and to English. That'll be helpful. Token transform. Let's import the same stuff. The iterable and list. So we don't need that bucket thing anymore. They've already core news. They just use the small ones. We used a medium one. That's okay. And let's get this, define something that will yield some tokens rather than yielding sentences. Let's put this here. Maybe we should, this looks like an iterable. I'm going to call that that's just, the source language is Deutsch, target language is EN. This is a generator. So this is a token generator. Generate tokens. Well, we'll just Yeah, yield tokens, that's fine. It's more explicit. Maybe people understand it a little bit better. Is there anything? Data sample and data iter. So we have to pass it in an iterable, this training set. And I think that will all work. Let's see what we got here. So at least the function can be defined. That's a good sign. And now we got some special tokens. We got the pad. We've got beginning of sentence, end of sentence, unknown. So this will be an out of vocabulary. It's normally called OOV. But we're going to go ahead and do it, call them the same way that they called them there. These are just the positions in our vocabulary for words that we want to create that aren't real words. This is interesting. I don't quite understand why they're doing it. Basically, this is not really dry because we got these two different lists, and we have to make sure that these are in the same order as these for all of it to work out and not make any mistakes, but we'll figure that out later. Next, let's see, for LN, okay, so we're going to do it in each language separately. Okay, we're going to tokenize them each separately. Since I didn't define them, I'm going to do it a little bit simpler. DEEN.split. And interesting. It's going to instantiate the iterable from scratch and start from again, and it's going to do it with the same stuff that Jeff had in his as well. So let's go ahead and define these two guys so I don't keep having to do this. I'll put parentheses around them so it'll turn into a tuple. Let's see. Maybe this will work. Oops. I didn't put quotes. Build vocab from iterator is not defined. Good. Let's see if that's something they imported or if it's something. Build vocab from iterator. Yep, sure enough, they imported it. So that's one of those bucket things, probably, that Jeff. Let's do it with the other imports. Well, we'll do it right here since it's right next to there. And token transform is not defined. Let's grab that then as well. Token transform. Token transform. We created some. I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm not sure what those dictionaries are holding. We're going to find out though. I'm going to put them right there. And key error. They must have put those keys in there. They must have populated. What the? Okay, let's see what they did that we didn't do. I am floundering at the moment. It's fine. Here it is. So this is where they created the get tokenizer. Okay. So I used these two language models. We have a get tokenizer function. Where's get tokenizer? Get token. Oh yeah, okay, so that's another thing we're going to need to import. Wow, this looks a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Hopefully I'll be able to simplify this for the reader. Somebody said something. Jeffrey said something? Anyway. What's it doing? I need to find the Jupyter Notebook. I need to paste that import. That's not the Jupyter Notebook. I'm not going to use that anymore. I'm going to use, and I'm not, don't think I need that anymore. I must have accidentally closed the Jupyter Notebook. Let's go back into examples. Let's go back into chapter 12. Let's get back open. And let's import some more stuff that we need. I actually don't need it at this point. I don't need it till later when I'm doing setting up the tokenizer. So let's do that down here. This is right there. And we're going to save this for a later cell once we've got it all working. Once we have a way to retrieve that spacey tokenizer so that it can grab the tokenizer whenever it needs it. And let's create another cell below that with this. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to do it basically in the same order that they did. I'm going to use the same models they used too. Spacey. I think we're going to, in the future, I'm just going to actually have the actual tokenizer in there, in that location of that dictionary. Or maybe you use it anyway. It seems a little odd to do it this way, but whatever. The thing is, with an encoder-decoder, you have two different tokenizers. You have one for the input and one for the output. And so they're trying to keep things in a dictionary so you can tell which one's the source and which one's the target language, which one is German and which one is English. Let's see if this is going to now at least be able to run. Okay, great. So now it's got all the variables defined. Next, let's see what did the yield tokens. We did all that. We did this just now. And now we actually go through it. We transform the actual, I don't know what that's doing. I'm going to have to explain that, figure that one out, figure out what that's doing. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, great, because it was not indented. So it just did it for those two different languages. Vocab transform. Let's see what we've got here. Vocab transform. So the dictionary, yep. Oh, it's just got two vocabularies in it. That's all. Let's see what the English one looks like. Wonder if there's, see what kind of attributes that thing has. Let's see if we can find something is like the length of the vocabulary or something. It hasn't even run on anything. Anyway, we won't worry about it too much. If I got varies, it would tell me everything about that object, but that's a little too much. I'm just going to leave it like this, just for the reader to see what's going on. Next, finally, sequence to sequence with a transformer. Okay. Now we've got that positional encoder. We can finally do that guy. They're doing a slightly different one, so I'm going to go ahead and use theirs for now. It'll work because I use their code. And next, token embedding. So this is going to create an embedding layer. There's an embedding layer right there. We'll go ahead and do these in separate cells. Wow, lots of classes. We've got the position encoder. Let's do the token embedding as a separate one. Separate cell. And then let's do the sequence to sequence transformer that takes, I didn't see an encoder and decoder separately. Okay, oops, didn't copy all the text. Oh, wow. Some really long, and this is in the Torch. Oh, this is somebody else's tutorials. It looks a lot like the PyTorch documentation. That's why I was getting so excited to use it. But it looks like it's somebody else's because this is not formatted and easy to read way. And at least it ran. Oh, but it's got some more methods that I didn't copy. So I'm going to have to copy them all. Let's make sure I got the whole class. Yep, that's the whole class. That's not going to go over well in the book. So I'm going to have to go back to Jeff's, figure out what's wrong with Jeff's, and get Jeff's working better. Now, generate square subsequent matrix. So this is the, he didn't have a mass, Jeff did, and that's one thing that's going to be much more complicated here. We can create this in a separate code block. Let's run them separately. Okay, they both define. And yeah, I like Jeff's much better than all this. This is way too complicated. And finally, we're all, wow. Let's go back to Jeff's. Let's see if we've got, it keeps going on. We're only halfway through it. And they've got tensor transforms, collation, evaluation. Wow. Let's see who created this. It does look like it is in the documentation. Language translation, inner transformer, and torch text. Data sources and processing. Let's see what time it is. Hopefully we're running out of time because I am at a loss for what to do next. Yes, we're out of time. Okay, I can't imagine you have any questions except that what the heck are you doing?